Hi everyone, this is a nutrition expert at Baby Chakra, and I am Pooja, talking to you about the different aspects of breastfeeding. Since we are celebrating the World Breastfeeding Week, we are looking at our motto at Baby Chakra, which we follow, that is hashtag breast is the best. So, today we are looking at a very different perspective: educate and support. This is the theme given by the World Breastfeeding Organization, WABA. And at Baby Chakra, we are 100% supporting our communities. And you lovely people out there have been a great support to all of us in understanding and helping us out how breastfeeding is very, very important. But at a given point of time, we may really feel that, why should I stop breastfeeding? Or, what is it the right time to stop my feeding kind of a thing? Wherein I really feel that this question should not arise to any mom who is going through so many things at a given point of time. It's a 1,000 day journey. And to count these 1,000 days, we say 270 of pregnancy and the rest which we have been eagerly waiting for after the child is born. But we divide this into two categories as 0 to 6, 6 to 12, and 12 to 24 months. And in these journey of the child, we look at the different aspects of what are the recipes that we follow, what are the ways to enhance breastfeeding, what are the ways to increase the milk flow, how to handle the toddler, when to start with complementary food, when do we make the child eat in the right proportion, my child's weight is not gaining. So here are n numerous questions which come into play, but there are some facts which need to be told by somebody who is an expert at the platform, and that is me, Dr. Pooja at Baby Chakra platform. So you can reach out to me by downloading the Baby Chakra app and see my daily tips on breastfeeding, my expert comments or the expert questions which come from the community here itself. And now, when we are talking about the question, when it raises so many eyebrows, saying that stopping breastfeeding, should you really? Well, I don't think so. Because in the norms of the society, you may not fall into it. But don't get judged by what the society says. Follow what your heart and your mind say. Breastfeeding has many, many healthy reasons for it to be continued. One is it's being universally accepted. Second, being it can be done at any point of time, at any given place. So, shaming in the public or having it at any other, people are looking forward to have breastfeeding done in a private hospital or somewhere. You are feeding your child. That is very, very important. Lastly, but not something which is really close to my heart, is educating and supporting. So if any person has a question that should I stop breastfeeding, I would educate them, I would support their decision of continuing breastfeeding, for the matter of fact that yes, you are doing a wonderful job. The nutrients provided by you and to your child are very, very valuable, and they are almost important because you are looking forward for the growth of your child. We are thankful to our own societies, our own professionals who help us, who come out in support of breastfeeding. And that is what we look forward to celebrate this one beautiful week, where we are committing ourselves to looking after the nutritional aspect of our child. Now, when we are talking about the tips and when we are talking about the recipes, there are many, many things that we look forward for. What could be the ingredients, what could be the quantity, what could be the method of using it, and the ways to, should we follow the traditional way, should we follow the conventional way, should we follow what my mother has been doing it for so many years because her mom has been teaching her. So these are the aspects, and we discuss food because we are loving to eat food at every given point of time. But when it is a mother or a new mom, why do we restrict her? That is my question to you. Why do we restrict her by not eating this and not eating that, and giving her a very low quantity of food, or making her eat only 2 times a day? There are many practices. I may not be able to explain the reason for all these things, but only thing as a professional, what I believe is, we as human beings need to be given a well balanced diet with all the vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And also, along with that, we have to educate ourselves that we have to be constantly being, support to these mothers for a healthy diet, which allows them to feed their child on demand, which allows them the weight of the child being pleasant. The child will not be malnourished, will not be underweight, and also the child will be a healthy child being brought up into this world. Now, when we talk about, recipes, it could be a methi laddu, it could be a flaxseed laddu, it could be kheer, it could be a paisam, which has loaded ghee into it. But yes, ultimately it is useful because the child is being fed by the mother. But also we have to understand that too much of fats in these laddus would increase the weight of the child, and the mother would get into a category of obesity, which we do not want at this point of time. Secondly, when we are talking about, kheer, you could have a dry fruit kheer without sugar. You could have only a walnuts and a badam kheer, or you could have only a few dry fruits which has been made into a powdered form. Mix it with cold milk or mix it with warm milk, and you are ready to drink it. Some do not. Most of us don't like to drink milk plain, including the fact that no turmeric to be added, no kesar to be added. But these are the things that enhance the proportion. These are the things that help to evaluate the quality of life, and these are having some very good scientific factors of sleep inducing. So definitely, when you are having, like, turmeric milk, which is like having a lot of antioxidants, kesar, which is also having a lot of benefits, is useful for the mother in producing good amount of milk. Now, when we talk about food, we also talk about factor foods that involve in the production of milk. Now, they are having a scientific technical term known as galactagogues. But when we have these galactagogues, what are they? You do not need to get confused. We have it as garlic, we have it as ajwain, we have oats, we have barley, we have methi seeds, we have gond. So these are the few things to name which are essential for the manufacturing or the making of the milk inside the human body. And if these are given externally, the mother will not have, deficiency of milk production, and or else she would have a surplus supply of milk production. So something, when you're talking about milk production, you always have to understand that till what age. If your child is 2 and you wish to continue your child for another 2.5, or 2.5 or to quarter to 3, yes, you can. If you are eating well, you can continue. There are people in India who have done feeding up to the age of 4, up to the till the child is the age of 5 or 6, probably, for the matter of fact. If you follow, the people or the society norms, they would generally say till 2 or till 1 year the child should be fed, and then once the complementary feed starts, or once the weaning starts, you should give child the other food. But if there is a good milk supply for you, and if you wish to continue, you can definitely do that. There are no harms in continuing breastfeeding till an older age. Or something what we really can discuss is how much quantity. Every time you cannot, if you feel shamed, you can also believe that there would be a problem for, feeding in the public areas, or feeding at somebody's place. Go in a secluded area and try and feed yourself. That is, the child will be feeding on, and this will help you to remain healthy. Your health will be also improved if you do breastfeeding. Your health will be improving. You will be having, your immunity would be boosting enough. Your infection causing period would be reduced. your chances of having ovarian cancer or breast cancer would all be reduced. The calcium requirement, the iron requirement, which the doctor has been prescribing you all, will be very, very helpful. So, in a matter of fact, to do or not to do, or to stop or not to stop breastfeeding is a matter of fact and is a matter of pride. What I can say is continue breastfeeding. We are here and educating and supporting everybody. We are here to talk about how breastfeeding is very important. Drinking a lot of water. On the platform of Baby Chakra, I get a lot of questions. Ma'am, I am 7 months I've been feeding my child but दूध कम आ रहा है. इट इज बिकॉज यू हैव आपके खाने में डाइवर्सिटी आ गई है जिसके कारण आपका दूध कम हो गया है, या मेरा बच्चा मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान करता है कि मैं फीडिंग प्रॉपरली नहीं ले पाता हूँ, दे पाती हूँ, क्योंकि बिकॉज आपने खाने में तहजीब नहीं रखी है या आपका रूटीन अलग सा हो गया है, इसलिए फीडिंग पे असर होता है. मैम, मेरा दूध बहुत पतला रहता है और गाढ़ा नहीं रहता है, इसके कारण क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है? बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स, ईटिंग इन गुड क्वांटिटी or like a well balanced diet helps you to nourish your child's mindset, and you can definitely increase the volume of the milk by eating healthy on an everyday basis. See, demand feeding is something you have to give when the child is hungry. You cannot avoid doing that. You cannot keep the child hungry. So if the child is hungry, you're going to feed him, and ultimately you're going to feel hungry. So if you eat, your quality of milk will be better. अगर आप नहीं खाओगे तो आपका मिल्क का क्वालिटी अच्छा नहीं रहेगा, जिसके कारण आपको तकलीफ होने वाली है. और आगे की ज़िंदगी में, जैसे कि आपकी सेकंड प्रेगनेंसी हो या थर्ड प्रेगनेंसी हो, वहाँ पे आपको कमज़ोरी बहुत ज़्यादा महसूस होती है. हम लोगों को ये ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग एक इम्पॉर्टेंट इवेंट होता है सबके लाइफ के लिए, और इससे जो सीख हमें मिलती है वो हमारी लाइफ लॉन्ग रहती है. तो मैं यही उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आज के लाइफ चार्ट के थ्रू मैं आपको कुछ टिप्स शेयर कर सकी. बेबी चक्रा ऐप पे आप में मुझे फॉलो कर सकते हो, मेरे डेली नुस्खे जो है आप वो रीड कर सकते हो, हमारे जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं वहाँ पे आप उनको पूछ सकते हो. और अच्छे से अच्छा ऐसा है कि हमारे जो पोस्ट होते हैं उस पे आप भाग ले सकते हो, उस पे आप आंसर कर सकते हो, उस पे आप शेयर कर सकते हो, लाइक कर सकते हो, कमेंट्स कर सकते हो, जिसके कारण हमें पता चलेगा कि आप कितना अनुभव है आपको ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग के लिए. आप ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग वीक के मिथ्स और फैक्ट्स के सेक्शन में जाके हर एक जो फैक्ट मिथ आ रहा है कि ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, लेकिन उसके लिए एक जवाब है जिसे हम लोग फैक्ट बोलते हैं, उसको आप लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. उसके कारण आपको पता चलेगा कि शायद थोड़ी सी गलती हो रही थी, जिसके लिए आपको सुधारने के लिए टाइम है अभी, और ये हमें आपको सज़ा से अलग कर देगा, और जिसके कारण ये चीज़ें करने से आपको डेफिनेटली अच्छा लगेगा, और आपका आपकी सेहत, आपके बच्चे की सेहत तंदुरुस्त रहेगी, बनाए रहेगी. सो मैं यही आशा करती हूँ कि आप बेबी चक्र का मोटो जो है बेस्ट इज़ ब्रेस्ट फॉलो करेंगे, ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग के लिए ना नहीं करेंगे. स्टॉप तो करना नहीं है, लेकिन कितना कितने देर कंटिन्यू करना है ये आपका डिसीजन रहेगा आपकी सेहत के हिसाब से. तो बेबी चक्र की ओर से मैं ये लाइव ख़त्म करने जा रही हूँ. बगी सिवाय एक के कि ये मैं यही बताऊँगी कि हमारे पास बेबी प्रोडक्ट रेंजेस है, जो आप हमेशा शॉप पे जाके ले सकते हो, और हमारा नीचे दिया गया जो डाउनलोड का ऐप किया है, बेबी चक्रा डाउनलोड ऐप है, उसे आप डाउनलोड करके आप हमसे जुड़ सकते हो. Thank you so much for your patient listening. We will be back with another speaker and another time for another live chat. Thank you. It was a wonderful having you all here.